Okay, calling to order the open meeting of the New York State Athletic Commission. It is 11 a.m. on Wednesday, October 4th, 2017. Present are Commissioners Indidi Massey, John Signorelli, and Judge Edwin Torres. Their presence constitutes a quorum of commissioners. Also present is Executive Director Kim Sumbler, Director of Boxing Matt Delaglio, Deputy Director of Upstate Athletics Anthony Bizzofi, Assistant Chief Medical Officer Dr. Angela Gagliardi, and Legal Counsel Ryan Sakis. You've all been provided a copy of today's agenda, and the first order of business is the review of the minutes of the open meeting held on July 11th, 2017.
I read the minutes. I make a motion to accept. We just reviewed them.
Absolutely.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. The motion carries. I'll now turn the agenda over to Executive Director Kim Sumbler.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for making it here today. First order of business today is the discussion and approval of the new regulation for loss of bodily function in MMA competition. You should have a copy of that policy in front of you, or the rule in front of you, excuse me. Is there a motion to approve the loss of bodily function rule?
So moved.
I second it.
Judge. Thank you, Commissioner Signorelli. Motion carries. Loss of bodily function rule is so approved. Next order of business is the discussion and approval of the...
Ms. Summer,
Yes, sir.
we need a third. We need a third to approve it.
I thought
There's
I thought it
five
was just-
commissioners. Oh, you did?
Two.
Sorry,
Approved.
I heard two.
Yeah.
Oh, and indeed you approve.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thanks. I didn't hear you.
Okay.
I didn't
Next
say
order of
anything. You're right.
business is
There we go.
the...
So we have it, right?
Yep.
Approval? Now
All
you
three
have
of us.
three. Yeah,
We have all
that's
three?
right. We didn't hear.
Thank you.
There's five on board.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Next order of business is discussion and approval of the policy regarding the use of instant replay in mixed martial arts competition. Each of you should have a draft copy of that policy. Do we have a motion to approve the policy language regarding instant replay for mixed martial arts?
I make the motion to approve.
Second the motion.
I agree.
Third. That's it.
Okay, all in favor?
I
Yes, sir. Unanimous.
Unanimous already.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the discussion and approval of professional boxing gloves. I'd like to call on Matthew Delaglio to present the boxing gloves for approval.
Thank you, Kim. These are the Adonis Garcia Vortex gloves. I'll pass them around. One pair is 8 ounce, one pair is 10 ounce. I will also pass around the boxing glove evaluation form that we completed for you to review. Upon inspection, these gloves met the standards of approval of the New York State Athletic Commission. They met our weight measurements. We didn't see any obvious signs of why they wouldn't be approved, and in addition, they've been approved by California and Nevada.
Okay.
these are the same ones.
There's 8
8
ounce and 10
ounce.
ounce.
Oh, got it.
What's our total number of different gloves that we currently have? We have quite a bit.
I don't know the exact number. I believe that there's about 11 or 12.
And we're working on
different pairs.
updating the list to remove outdated gloves.
We are.
So
Yes.
the promoters
Yes.
are aware. And the promoters get this.
Yes. Do you, commissioners, do you guys want information on the gloves that are no longer active, or do you just want the approvals list?
Only what's active
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
That would be
Same
great.
here.
Same.
Okay.
Wanna see these?
We'll pick something. Check that.
Is there a motion to approve the Garcia Vortex Model 10 ounce gloves?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I agree, aye. In the future, maybe we'll do a cutaway like we used to do in the past. It just shows the dynamics of the glove, how it's, if it's hay or if it's all padding, it would help.
Okay.
Yeah, we put it in
This
the
is a-
description.
But in-
Foam padding glove.
Right, but in the future, we did a cutaway and we had a good description of what the interior was made of.
Okay,
But you guys did a good job here, thank you.
thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the Garcia Vortex 8-ounce?
I make a motion.
Second.
Agreed.
There?
Aye. Aye.
Unanimous.
Great,
Aye.
thank you. So we have unanimous Garcia Professional Vortex 8-ounce and Garcia Professional Vortex 10-ounce are so approved for use in competition, boxing competition. Next order of business is the NYS event report, and Matthew is going to review the upcoming events for you.
So we have 9 events for the remaining year. 8 of those 9 are boxing events. First event is October 14, 2017. That's Barclays Center, the Bella Entertainment. Following that, we have 2 events on November 4th. That's a UFC event
Well, that Barclays
At
Center also. Oh,
at Madison Square Garden, and we have a boxing event, the Bella Entertainment at Barclays Center. Following that, the following week, we have November 11th, 2017, Nassau Coliseum at Salida Promotions. Following that week, we have November 18th, 2017, Resorts World Casino, Real Deal Sports and Entertainment. And then we have November 25th, 2017, Madison Square Garden Theater. It's main events. Promotions, December 2nd, 2017, Madison Square Garden. It's Golden Boy Promotions. December 9th, 2017, Madison Square Garden Theater. It's Top Rank Promotions. And December
Where?
6th
Garden?
at Madison Square Garden Theater. And December 16th, 2017, Nassau Coliseum. That's the Bella Entertainment. So we have 8 events in 7 weeks to
Yeah.
finish out the year.
Very
What'll
busy
be our
schedule.
total for the whole year if those 8 go through?
Big, busy schedule.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go and count those up.
Did we crack 20? Close?
Well, I think we'll be close to that for sure.
So nothing. The next. I'm sorry. Anything in October?
Just
October
October
14th.
14th.
October 14th. So the day that we have both events the same day, that's November 4th.
Correct.
Yes.
And obviously we're adequately staffed to do
Yes.
2 at the same time.
And then currently for 2018, we have 10 boxing events scheduled.
Already scheduled.
And early in the year.
For the
January
first
3rd.
quarter, we have 4 events. So January 20th is our first
January.
event, 2018.
So we're going to be very busy over the next little while.
It would appear.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you. Thank
Commissioners, do you
you.
have any questions about those events? Everyone's comfortable with the schedule coming up? Okay, any old business to discuss? Any new business?
I want to congratulate Matthew on his promotion to Director of Boxing.
Very
you.
good.
Congrats.
He's been with us a while, and that's what we need, someone that's in the sport and knows how we operate. Very good.
Thanks, John.
Are we ever going to replace that extra head we have, or no?
We have Luana Ferreira, who came to us from, well, she was an Excelsior Fellow. So she came to us, she was working with the licensing division. So she has started with us. So her responsibilities are going to be licensing and medicals and our language access program. So for any competitors who English is not their first language. So making sure that all of our documents are available in several languages. And
She's an Italian interpreter, I think,
she actually
but
speaks
many
4
languages.
languages.
Right.
Oh, really?
Right. She speaks French, Spanish, English, and I believe Italian. I believe you're right.
So is she with us full time?
She is with us full time. She just started with us. We were going to do the introduction in a different setting when she was here,
What's
but
her sur-
unfortunately,
what's her
because
sur-
she's not here today. So.
What's her surname? What's her name?
Ferreira.
That's Italian.
She's Dominican, actually.
Dominican.
Yes, she is. Yes,
Must be
she's
some
from-
Italian or something.
She was interning with Charles Fields.
She was.
Remember
and,
at the events.
And we're very excited to have her. She did work some events initially when MMA first was legalized. So she did work a couple of events right at the beginning and then got pulled back into the licensing. But now she's with us full time. We're very excited to have her.
Will she be back and forth between here and Albany?
She will not. No, she'll be with
Albany.
us full time. Unfortunately, this week she was on vacation. She had already had it booked.
Okay.
So she's on vacation this week.
But in terms of office, she'll be back and forth?
No.
Oh,
she
here in
will
New
be
York.
here. She is
Okay.
stationed here in New York.
Okay.
Okay.
She must be Corsican. All of the Italian surnames in the New World, in Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, Cuba, and Latin America also, by and large, are Corsican. So Corsicans have Italian surnames.
Okay.
So people think that they're of Italia, but they're actually Corsican, which is a completely different breed, even though genetically and ethnically they're the same, but they're a different people. I know because I had major cases with Corsicans, so I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'll have to talk to her about that. I have to see if she's
Actually,
aware.
it's the only time in 31 years, I know I'm talking out of turn here, that my daughter, who was the district attorney with Morgenthau, these two, hitmen, and they were talking about putting a hit on my daughter, get me off the case.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I pay my dues. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for
Kim, do we still use the deputies or inspectors to visit the gyms? I don't know. We started that a few years ago. It was good. Periodically, I'll stop into gyms just to say hello and see. And they go, no one's been here. Can we get back to that to oversee
Right.
what goes on?
So there was a policy that we're going to be licensing the gyms as well
Right.
now. That is one of the pieces that we're going to be having Anthony delve into. Right now, we've got Anthony working on all the amateur sports and professional and amateur kickboxing and professional and amateur Muay Thai. So he's getting his life wrapped around that right now, and as soon as he's comfortable with his performance there, then he's going to be moving on to the inspection of the gyms and licensing gyms.
Oh, good. It's good. Show our face. Boxing too, or no? Just all these other.
Any gym in the state is going to end up being licensed.
No, Anthony will be overseeing amateur boxing also, or just
No.
the MMA and the
No.
wrestling? We don't.
Right, because USA
USA
Boxing, does our boxing, yeah. So we don't. The only thing that Anthony will oversee, he's doing the wrestling right now. He's also doing amateur mixed martial arts, professional and amateur Muay Thai, professional and amateur kickboxing, and any other combat sport other than amateur boxing that takes place in the state.
Like I said before, I'd like a list of all the events when they're happening.
And
Thank
so,
you.
Anthony, you're overseeing WWE as well?
Yep. We have 23 licensed wrestling promoters. That was last year. We have 10 that have renewed their license for this year already, but they're coming in right now.
So, quick question, Matt. In terms of the events that we have booked for 2018, are they MMA or boxing?
All boxing right now.
They're all
Okay.
boxing. So right now we only have one. The November 4th is the only MMA event on our calendar.
Just a note out there, Bellator and the UFC have just renewed their licenses, so we expect, I don't believe that they have their next year scheduled together yet, and that's probably why we have not heard from them. Sometimes they'll come in, one after the other, and then other times we don't hear anything for quite some time, and then all of a sudden they'll come in, so it's kind of sporadic.
Okay, what about whatever it's called, Professional Fighters League now? World Series of Fighting?
World
Are they
World
are they looking to?
They
to
have
renew
not
their
renewed their
license?
license yet, or actually it wouldn't be a renewal, it would be a new license because it's under a new business name, but no, we haven't seen anything from them yet.
Okay.
So total MMA events this year with the one coming up was 4? Would that be right?
Total this year alone?
Yeah.
2017.
With this one coming up would be 4. It was
4.
our first year implementing it, so 4.
Well, no, one was in 2016.
That's right. That's
3
right. I was trying to, like,
UFC, 3
No,
UFCs.
actually, 2 were in 2016.
Because I do
November
the
and December.
fiscal year kind of thing, like right from
Right.
September 1st of last year. That's what I'm just trying to think of.
So
2016.
4 for the
So I
years.
believe 4, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
good. It's growing.
It's growing. It's coming. We're hoping to bring some of the smaller shows in. Right now we have the major events only, but we're hoping to attract some of the smaller promoters, bring some more, and then build the MMA community. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay.
Ryan?
Is there a motion to
But
adjourn?
Gregor, the MMA guy, did okay. Considering. Considering.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I make a motion to adjourn. Thank you.
Second.
Excuse me, are you related to Judge Gagliardi?
No, I'm not.
You've heard of him.
I've heard
He was a very prominent judge in Kings County. I think he was a federal judge in Kings County. I think he was very highly respected guy, Gagliardi. That is your surname, right? Gaglia.
Okay, this meeting is
That's all she
adjourned.
wrote
Thank you.
then.
The judge agrees.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Want to hit the mute, Brian, please?